Miami Business Show. Somos una comunidad de emprendedores cuya misión es abreviar los plazos para tu inserción definitiva en nuestra magnética ciudad. Turismo, real estate, inmigración, nutrición y vida saludable. Y por supuesto, fitness. Cada semana exploraremos lugares desconocidos y experiencias auténticas en Miami. Nuevos proyectos y grandes oportunidades de inversión. Recetas, planes y alternativas gastronómicas interesantes desde la perspectiva keto. Y por supuesto, entrevistas a figuras del deporte y del fitness. Siempre conducido por nuestro Trainer of Trainers, Adrián Andrades. Cada jueves, 2 p.m. por conectateradio.com. Miami Business Show.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Soy Adrián Andrade de Miami Business Show y estoy con un programa muy especial. Estoy acá directo de nuestro gimnasio Kodiak, que nos englobamos como siempre, el mejor gimnasio de Miami, aquí en la ciudad de Sunny Isles, en Collins, con la 170, 3.000 metros cuadrados, los mejores entrenadores personales, las mejores clases grupales, el mejor ambiente para entrenar. Y Humboldt International University, que nos da, por supuesto, el respaldo académico. Saludamos también a Carolina Sokol y Jordana Casagrande, que próximamente también van a estar con nosotros. Hoy hacemos un repaso de lo que va a ser nuestro bootcamp. Próximamente, ya este domingo, va a iniciarse la llegada de nuestros alumnos. Hay algunos que ya están llegando de manera anticipada, algunos argentinos, algunos venezolanos, y estamos muy contentos. Estamos con 2 profesores que van a participar en el bootcamp y en algunas actividades especiales. Así que estoy muy contento. Parte de la conversación va a ser en inglés porque uno de los profesores es ruso. Entonces, recibamos con un gran aplauso a nosotros mismos, a Stas y Juanjo, please. Stas, how are you?
Great, and you?
Where are you from for you, our public?
I am from small country. It's name of Belarus. In Spanish, it sounds like Belarusia. It's a small country. We have just around 8 million population, but it's a really strong country. We have a really good and strong sportsmen, much Olympic champions. That's all.
Stas, big Stas.
Stas.
It's very special guy. This is champion in 3 different disciplines and hard discipline. How did you start in the world of weightlifting, bodybuilding, and weightlifting too at the same time? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I was 12 years old. Only I was a small guy. I was only 42 kilos. Only 42 kilos. I was really skinny. In my school came my first trainer, Vladimir, by the way. And offer to children, come to the gym and you can start your sport way. Okay, I agree, and came in the gym and start with 12 years, start my sport way.
What kind of gym?
It's
school gym, old.
No. It's old gym. It's old Soviet Union gym. If you ever see in the movies or Soviet gym, it's the same. It's the same.
With old bench, old bars.
Old, so old. It's like from Olympic Games in the Soviet Union in 80 years, 19 years, I see. Yeah, same bars. Same plants, yeah, all the same, all the metal, all old school. It's really was so old school, but we had no anything else, just it. And our coach all the time told us, if you can lift really weight in this equipment, in a professional competitions with a good equipment, you will lift more. And we work with all the equipment.
When you start with weightlifting?
Weightlifting,
right.
Weightlifting.
It's a good start.
It's a good start.
It's a good start. It's complete, your body complete.
I think it's a perfect start because of because of specifical of sport. You have a stretch, you have a perfect, not from start, but you learn it. You learn a narrow muscles.
No problem. We understand.
How is the narrow muscles?
Neuromuscular system.
Neuromuscular.
Like
Yeah.
Neuromuscular.
the neurons and the muscles.
Yeah,
And the muscles.
yeah,
Together. Yeah,
Yeah.
you combine them.
yeah. How it's named? How it?
That would be like like the nervous system, but with the muscular system, neuromuscular system.
Neuromuscular system.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you have a neuromuscular system, you have a muscle grow, a really muscle grow, and your joints start to be so strong. Yeah.
But you need balance, flexibility,
Sure.
a lot of
It's
coordination.
Ideal balance and coordination. Ideal. Because if you have a little disbalance or little
Mistake.
another degree, little mistake, you lost.
Okay.
You lost, and you learn it year by year. But it's a really hard sport because, for example, in bodybuilding or in powerlifting, you can learn a technique for 1 year, maybe not more 1 year. It's a really 1-2 years. You can learn a technique. It's a close to easy.
You
Okay.
start you start with the typical sticks.
Yeah, same.
There's the
same
mobility,
and
you go down.
and you know what we learning first, how it drop down right, because for not getting injury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
it's
you get a lot of weight.
Yeah, because for not get really injured, because for a few years ago in Belarus was a terrible situation. In our Belarusian athlete had a terrible injury. He, if you put it on the chest, sometimes it pushes in your neck, and you can't breathe. And he push it up. He make a jerk.
Yeah.
And after jerk, he closed his eyes and bar, drop on the neck, and he left him legs.
Right. It's typical when you start. I did the same. I feel in a jerk, in clean really.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped the bar in my quadriceps. When you go up and fall, pop, and
I had the same.
the black, the black. You wake up in another part.
Yeah. I had the same in a one compete. I had the same. Yeah, it's terrible.
How long you starting weightlifting in that age?
It was 8 years. 8 years. It was
Between
long time.
your age, between.
I started 12 and finished almost at 20.
Yeah, compete year to year, or compete when you.
Year by year, I was competing.
In teenagers categories or weight, amateur or country championships or Asian, European.
It was my main competitions was in 18 and 19 years. Before I have a few international championships, but I was really young. I think you know how you was a weightlifter. You know what? When you're small, it's same hard. Then you start to be more old, because so popular sports. It's Olympic sport, and everywhere one man will be you can find one more man minimum who will be stronger than you, and you all the time, day by day, need to work to be a best. You can't be a second, you need to be a best.
Best is.
And my hardest international championship was in 19 years. My best results
But, and after that, you live there, and when you make the switch to the when you made the sit the second play was the bodybuilding or
bodybuilding. It's not completely bodybuilding. I was a pause. I had a pause about 1 year because I started to work as a coach and I need to learn a much material. You know, you have a fitness academy. You need to learn really much, and I had a pause about 1 year. After 1 year, I was in university. And coach from university asked me, "Stas, please, yeah, go to
Do you want to compete in bodybuilding too?
Start with the powerlifting. I never do it. I never do it because you know powerlifters can do bench press, only deadlift and squats. And after my first competition, in my last set, I make a republic record. My coach from university was in shock. I was in shock because I don't know it. I didn't know it. Even in the last.
You always was genetic strong. Your father, your mother, or your family, no?
No. Nobody knows.
What happened with the skinny guy?
Nobody
knows.
No. I was at 10 kilos per year. Every year I added 10 kilos year by year. When I
10 kilos year by year.
Yeah. When I finished school, it was 16 years old. I was 16 years old. I finished my school with 96 kilos. 96.
Almost 10 kilos per year.
Imagine it.
From 42 to 96.
But it was a problem for weightlifting, you know, because if you in this weight category, you have this result. If you come in next, it's harder. You need a new result. It was really hard. Then after I compete in powerlifting, like in the university competitions. My friend, who was a bodybuilder, told me, "Let's try to get part in a bodybuilder competition."
Why not?
Why not? Because I am a coach.
All that sport in Belarus is different federation, and no problem between federation.
No, because it's not federation of one sport. It's a different sport. Not problem.
You can do it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I was thinking, I'm a coach. I need to know from inside how to be in. Yeah. Then I get part. Okay. After 4 months.
You got it. No, you're right. You're right.
After 4 months, I get part in the competitions. I won a national championship.
Powerlifting.
Bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.
It was a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I won a national championship after we came to one state from Russia. It's close to Belarus. I won this state. It's Smolensk. And after I came to Eastern Europe in bodybuilding. I had a perfect form. I was a skinny like never. I'll show a photo. I had a really great form. All who saw me, everyone, told me you will be minimum in a 5 or best. After 4 months, and I
change your diet, change your.
Sure, it was so hard.
What about your waist specifically?
Okay.
What about your waist? But it's difficult for weightlifting. The vacuum, how do you say vacuum?
The vacuum.
So
the vacuum.
It's so hard because I have a big waist because of hard weights. You know, if you are a weightlifter or powerlifter. Because of big weights, your waist start to be
yeah. Your obliques.
Yeah,
but obliques.
Yeah.
But it's not, yes, oversized, but it's no problem for that sport. But when you stay in a scenery or
Yeah,
in a
no.
stage,
Vacuum. It's a good. I have a small waist, but it's a wide.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
thing
wide,
is that
yeah.
you develop your core like on the
Yeah.
side whenever you go up, so that would be like a problem for the bodybuilding, or no? It wasn't a problem at all.
how you feel posing finally?
Yeah.
What about your posing finally?
I told
It's like a hard or artistic, you know.
artist.
All right, my friend.
Because
We're showing your picture.
I'll show it. I'll show it. Yeah. And after this compete, I am because of I told you about it previously about some subjective judges. It's a really problem in bodybuilding, I think, because if you, for example, my friend, which I met in registration, he was from this city, from city of competitions, and he told me, "Oh, I don't worry, my coach sitting in Georgia." And he hadn't separation, any separation, like big muscles, but no separation, nowhere. He was a fifth or sixth. And no, after it, I understand what it's a sport of sport about. It's not a mind sport. It's not I need objective sport. If you lift it, you lift it. You're champion.
Yes.
If you not lift,
Quantitative. Quantitative?
Yeah, it's quantitative. It's
Quantitative. Quantitative. It's a number.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
a
number.
numbers. It's numbers.
This is
Then-
like average or not.
Another
one is like
Depend of judge.
Yeah. And after it, because of that decision, after 3 weeks, after 3 weeks, I get part in the world champion in powerlifting, and I was take a second place. One a really popular powerlifter in the bench press from Hungary, Laszlo Mazaris, bring him son. David Mazaris, and
Where he's from is
Hungary.
yeah.
Yeah, and he won, and I get second place, and after I guess I'll be first, and I start my way in powerlifting, which get about 4 years. Yeah, and
Yes.
it was a hard way.
It's a pause and come on. In English or
in English,
Spanish?
whatever you want.
Yeah. Your life comparison with your powerlifting, your weightlifting, your cycling sports, and pro amateur. When you started your
Well, my life was like different. Like I start my cycling process when I was like really like young. I was 9 years old, and I start like doing some crossing the country, crossing Colombia. I'm from Colombia, so crossing Colombia in a different ways. So from north to south, from east to west, in 25 days, and I start just developing like the love for the bike. When I turn 12, I start competing. So I do that switch and start competing in like a different contests. And I start like doing good position, like 2, 3. I won. Sometimes I was like, whoa, this could be my thing. So I start competing, and year by year, I start like getting a better calendar. So whenever in cycling, you got like a different calendar. So you got like a different competitions from the whole year. So like from my whole life, after 12, I started competing more or less like a 90 days, 100 days. I compete each year. So from the 365 days that we have, I compete like 100, 120, and the maximum was 180. So half year competing. It was like until I was 24 when I just stopped. I got a team on Spain, then I got a team in Italy, and well, everything changed. So I do the switch for the fitness. So I start doing a little bit of the coaching on the cycling area. So start helping the people to reach their goals in cycling, but also I start helping the people reach their goals in their daily life.
When start your motivation for this crossover to the United States?
The crossover started when we have some months where we have to hit the gym really regularly. So that would be like pre-season. So in cycling we do a pre-season in the gym to get our joints a little bit stronger.
Where were you in that moment?
I was on Spain, hitting the gym and start doing a lot of workouts at the gym. And I started feeling that I liked it. So I did swimming, I did a little bit of the gym to getting ready for the season. And I started doing the people start looking at me how my preparation was, because it wasn't a preparation for the powerlifting or a bodybuilding, so it was a different preparation. And people start looking at me, so I start doing a crossover, because I had my experience from the inside and then translated to the people. Then I came back to Colombia, I start teaching some classes, I start coaching people in nutrition, I start teaching, coaching people also on cycling, and also to do a little bit the daily life, but from the different perspective, not from the bodybuilding perspective. And that would be the crossover, and then I just fell in love with the coaching.
What about your future now?
Well, right now I'm keep learning. I never stop learning. I think the best thing that you can do is keep learning. You never stop learning. So right now I'm getting some more knowledge from other areas, so I can improve my career and I can help more people.
For Stas, what do you expect about this event when the people for 12 countries, South America mainly, train with you, weightlifting? You have fans, but I love your videos. You explain, it's very funny too.
I try.
But what do you expect? What do you expect your future students for that camera? Please.
Never stop. Never stop. It's the first rule. If you give up, you never grow. Your fault, it's your won. It's your win. Again, your fault is your win. Never stop. Learn. Knowledge, it's a general in your result. It's a general part of your result. Work hard or go home.
Well, this is the title. It's for the title. And
Yeah.
in Spanish, this part with
the Spanish.
Tú eres ex alumno de Prodep, un destacado master trainer. Invita a toda esa gente a esa cámara que te va a esperar, porque vamos a hacer una masterclass con estos dos campeones, ¿cierto? Mi amigo de Bielorrusia va a hacer una demostración de levantamiento olímpico al estilo de él, con la potencia y su fuerza. Y Juan José López va a hacer una clase máster de indoor cycling. ¿Qué pueden esperar estos muchachos que vienen?
Primero que todo, vengan con las ganas de aprender. Esa yo digo que es la mejor disposición, y además de eso disfrutarse todo el bootcamp, porque vamos a tener diferentes secciones como la de Stas, la mía y la de otros muchos profesores, esa sería mi mayor invitación. Disfrútensela, vengan con todas las ganas de aprender y aquí los esperamos en Miami.
Bueno, como le dije, nos damos un aplauso de despedida. Muy bien. Bueno, 3 personas tan distintas, ¿cierto? Un super European, Asian European big guy, ¿cierto? Un tipo profesional, colombiano. Si es ciclista y es colombiano, es bueno, ¿cierto? Si es powerlifter y es de Bielorrusia, es bueno. Es decir, el aprendizaje, mi mensaje, tiene que ser transversal. El aprendizaje es lo que yo hago. Si ustedes me permiten, yo puedo ayudarles. Somos asesores de un proceso personal de ustedes. No podemos entrenar por ustedes, no podemos comer con ustedes, no podemos estudiar por ustedes. Pero ustedes si estudian, se aplican, entienden lo que es la verdadera intensidad de entrenamiento y aprenden de los profesores de esta historia. Un muchacho de 26 años ambos, ¿cierto? Muchachos jóvenes, uno de Europa, otro de Latinoamérica, que están triunfando aquí en los Estados Unidos. Pueden conversar con ellos, pueden practicar, ¿cierto?, sus enseñanzas, pueden aprender de las historias. No, para ninguno de ellos ha sido fácil, pero aquí están con esta alegría que día a día compartimos, shared in our Kodiak Gym. Muchas gracias. Este ha sido un programa muy emotivo, muy especial de Miami Business Show. Como siempre en conectateradio.com. Nos vemos la próxima semana. Un aplauso. Nos vemos.
Miami Business Show. Somos una comunidad de emprendedores cuya misión es abreviar los plazos para tu inserción definitiva en nuestra magnética ciudad. Turismo, real estate, inmigración, nutrición y vida saludable. Y por supuesto, fitness. Cada semana exploraremos lugares desconocidos y experiencias auténticas en Miami. Nuevos proyectos y grandes oportunidades de inversión. Recetas, planes y alternativas gastronómicas interesantes desde la perspectiva keto. Y por supuesto, entrevistas a figuras del deporte y del fitness. Siempre conducido por nuestro Trainer of Trainers, Adrián Andrades. Cada jueves, 2 p.m. por conectateradio.com. Miami Business Show.